Hi, I'm Tyler Truth, and you're listening to me on The David Bradley Show.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for listening, and I hope y'all were enjoying the content that we're creating for these artists. It's really getting out there, and we really, really do appreciate it. If you see down below or anywhere on your screen the subscribe, follow, any of that good stuff, give us a hit. We love the crap out of it, and it helps out so much. So we're going to get down to talking to a gentleman that I think is doing incredible things with music. The way that he's formulating, structuring, doing all this stuff, it just it blows my mind, and he's really putting out some really good stuff. So we're going to sit here and have a talk with Mr. Tyler Truth. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
It's almost like we're on radio or something.
I don't know. A little more formal. I like it.
A little bit more. Not too much, but a little bit.
Yeah. Comfortable.
Yeah. That's, I think anything you do in life, you need to have fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Have a little bit of fun and do some good stuff,
Yeah.
But the reason I did that the way that you're formulating the music and everything, it just blows me away, dude, because you can't really formulate exactly genre, like most people do.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people come to Nashville and they're like, well, I'm only doing this or I'm only doing that or and then you got all these other to compete with, and you're really opening up an area that it's yours.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, that you say that. We get that a lot from different people when we do shows. And I think it's because I'm breaking the rules, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
When I first started, everybody told me, well, you got to figure out, what your audience is, and you got to make songs like that. Like, you have certain artists that they have a sound or almost like a topic that they're used to. And they'll throw a couple songs here and there on the album outside the box, but some artists, they write sad songs and all their songs are sad, or, they got party songs and all their songs are party songs.
Yeah.
And I say, I don't want to really be in a box, because if you think about life, your life's not in a box.
No.
Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you cry, sometimes you laugh. It's like, I want my music to be real life. So some of my stories and songs are going to be emotional. Some of them are going to be, party songs. Some of them, they're going to be all over the place. And I enjoy so many different genres of music that I said, why just pick one?
Yeah.
When I can just mesh sounds together and play with the music and make something that people can really enjoy and relate to.
Yeah. Was there any kind of like musical background before you even got into music?
Yeah, so my mom and my dad both do music. My mom is a singer, and my dad is a songwriter.
Sweet.
He plays guitar, bass, and drums, and my mom sings. And when I was little, they used to write songs together. And I remember I'd sit at the bottom of the stairs just listening to them make these songs. And it just blew my mind, because some of the stuff then, it was during the Prince and Michael Jackson and, that era. And my dad had some stuff that, was neck and neck with those guys. I was just like, why is he not, famous?
Yeah, that's a very famous question. Why aren't you famous yet?
Yeah.
That's what blows me away, because, you hear so many different artists and everything, and there's a lot of great artists out there.
Yeah.
But why aren't you on a record label? Why aren't you like as big as Laney or, Luke or somebody,
Yeah.
And it blows people away that they're not,
Yeah. And that, I guess, my dad always said, it's tough, you gotta get out there, and, doing music in your attic is not, going to get it out to the, to the main world.
Well, that's, bringing up Prince, in the movie Purple Rain, after his dad passed away, he found all that music that was in a trunk
Yeah.
And then he formulated that song, Purple Rain, from the music that his dad had left, and he had read it all, and that's where that song came from.
Yeah.
I just thought that was awesome.
Oh yeah. 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 Prince was one of the greats, man. You can't.
Oh yeah. Well,
We won't see another Prince.
you know, that's. I was talking to somebody the other day because I grew up in that era.
Yeah.
You know, and Run DMC and all them others. You know, and the things that they were creating for that genre.
Yeah.
And then Prince comes along and he's like just blowing everybody away. The time was big back then, but in the movie, Prince actually took him, just blowed him away, you know, and I was just like, wow. But all the things that happen, you know, it's crazy how a lot of that works. But what I was talking to the other person about was Prince wrote his own music. He did all the instrumentations on the recordings. He done all that stuff. And then who can forget? I think he's one of the unsung heroes of guitar.
Yeah.
That lead he played during that Super Bowl, you know, for like 10 minutes long, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then he was playing and so many other things that I think he even played on, I think it was like somebody was making a tribute to great bands or great guitar players or something like that. And Prince just came on stage and he blowed everybody off the damn stage.
Yeah.
And it was just intense as all get out.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that video on YouTube. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just, dude. But that's the creativity process that I love, you know. And then I was listening to your stuff and looking at everything you're doing, and I'm just like, yeah, Mr. Creativity.
Yeah, it's funny because, you know, I grew up in the south side of Chicago. So it's like where I'm from during that time, it was real big on hip hop, R&B, jazz, you know.
Yeah.
And they played a little bit of, you know, rock and roll, but it's different. You know, it was more like Steely Dan and that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So there was no country, you know, where I was at, you know. And so that didn't come about till I moved to Indiana and I started, you know, meeting a different crowd. And it's funny because, you know, when I decided to cross over into doing country music, I was like, you know, I want to be true to the genre. You know,
Right.
I don't want to change things too much. You know, I want to bring that wholesome, you know, family, you know, tradition to the music. And so I really studied a lot of country. And then, you know, I started the process, but then I said, you know, I want to make it my own. And so I want to bring these other sounds of music that I do into country.
Right.
And it's funny because as my career grows and I go home and like my family all back in Chicago, they watch, you know,
Yeah.
my career and they're all proud. They're like, oh man, we see you doing all these things. And so I'll go back to them and I'll talk to them and say, hey, you know, I'm getting ready to go on tour with this person. I'm getting ready to do this. And they're just like, I don't know who that is. Because back home, they don't, our radio stations where we're from, we don't play country. It's like, they don't listen to that. They listen to hip hop, R&B and jazz. And so they know those guys. But so I had to pull up pictures. I'm like, this is Jelly Roll. This is one of the, you know,
This is this dude. This is this dude, you know, and I'm just like, I get that because I got a buddy of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He don't listen to country at all.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, who you having on the show tonight? And I'll tell him who I've got coming on, you know, and, well, I ain't never heard of them. And I'm like, dude, look this up, man. I mean, come on. Because the one thing I want everybody to understand is it doesn't really matter what genre you listen to.
Yeah.
If you stop and you think the songwriting, the arrangement of the instrumentation, how you want it to come across, that end product, I mean, dude, that is a lot of freaking work.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Just to get what you have got in your head already to get it on to getting it recorded.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Well, what's big for me as far as like what I listen to, it's the lyrics for me. You
yeah,
know? I'll listen to any genre of music if it's good.
Yeah.
You know? Like there's some heavy metal stuff that I'll listen to. I'm not really a big fan of heavy metal, but when somebody's good at what they're doing,
Yeah.
you know the difference whether you listen to the genre or not. You say, okay, that I don't really like that music, but I like that song. I like this guy. You know, and so for me, lyrics is everything because, you know, if you're given a good story and it's clean, it's something that I can put on without cringing, like, and that's been my biggest thing recently with the hip hop because I was really huge, loved hip hop back in the '90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I mean, nowadays I don't really listen as much, and it's not because I don't like hip hop. I love hip hop. I don't like the messages that are being presented in hip hop anymore.
Right.
It's like everything's so vulgar and nasty.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to hear that, you know, at this age. You know?
Like somebody come up with a playlist and said, okay, if you can make it the nastiest, dirtiest freaking song in the world, it'll sell, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm on the same level as you on that. I cannot stand some of the newer stuff. I don't care about, you know, the words and everything that they do on it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But the one thing that was really prominent with me was when the band Disturbed came out with the Simon and Garfunkel Sound of Silence. And I think Sound of Silence that they covered and did in their own style was more ominous and more got to the heart of that song than Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
And I think it put them on the map more.
Yeah.
Just because of what they did.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. It's called creativity.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like I said, I love it, man. I love so many different genres. I always tell people if they could hear my playlist on Spotify, they'd probably be like, whose songs are these? Like, who's playing this? It's like I'm schizophrenic. Like I've got multiple different people playing songs in my mind. I mean, it goes from, you know, it'll go from Tupac to the Carpenters to Yellow Jackets to, you know, Garth Brooks to, it's like you got all these different meshes of sounds and it's like, what is this? You know?
That's the way mine is. I mean, you know, my playlist, stuff that I listen to all the time is just all over the daggum place.
Yeah.
And a lot of it deals with what I'm doing at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's, I used to help my mom's husband, Tony. I would help him paint houses and stuff on the weekends, make a little extra money, you know. And if it wasn't for that, half this podcast stuff I wouldn't be able to buy. But we always had a radio on while we were doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like you'd always listen to different songs all day long and everything else that was going on. And that kept me in that groove, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I was leaving, I was like, all right, well, I'm burnt out on all this. So now I got to hear this. I got to hear that, you know, and give me something to unwind with or, you know, just different things.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to start a Spotify playlist or something.
Yeah. It's funny because I always said it would be cool to curate our own list because, I mean, that's where the money's at, man. Like, if you curate your own list and you get enough people to tune into it, you can throw a couple of your own songs in there, and then you know, now you're going somewhere.
Create a good, healthy mix.
Yeah. Exactly.
That would be wild.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude,
that wouldn't be a bad idea, you know.
Yeah, I know.
The David Bradley playlist.
Well, you know, it's strange, some of the stuff I listen to, because I'm still a fan of Mozart, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, you know, and then throw in some Cars, you know, and
I love Scott Joplin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ragtime, man. That was when I was first learning to play piano. I used to play a lot of ragtime, man.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, it's strange about all that stuff because, dude, I could throw in some Nelly on there and Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch.
Yep.
Oh my God, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder why I'm doing country music.
You should do all music now.
Well, my podcast is set up for all entertainment.
Yeah, there you go. Right there.
Because when you get down to all of it, it's how it's made, structured, the songs. I'm like you. I love a good message in a song.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes the younger crowd isn't in where they care so much about the lyrics as they do with the dirty words and everything else that's on it.
Yeah, I did. We do a lot of shows. We did what, I think like 200 something shows, something my first year. I forget how many we did. We were 185 is what it was.
Okay.
The first year. And it was just crazy because I've only had one bad show, one bad performance. And I was performing for a group of high school kids. And normally I wouldn't do a show like this, but the guys that threw the show, they asked me to come help them. So we set up sound for them and did that whole thing. And they were like, you know, get on there and do a couple songs. And so I knew midway through this show that I was like, I probably shouldn't do any songs. But they wanted me to do it, so I did it. But everybody got on stage, and it was the most vulgar, derogatory, you know, music I'd ever heard. Every other word was the B word, and they were, you know, it was just insane. And I was like, yeah, they're not going to want to hear my music. And
Yeah.
as soon as I started singing, everybody just kind of looked at me and started walking away. I was like, yeah, this isn't my crowd at all, man. That's the only time I ever had a bad show.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, you know, one of the video footages that I was looking at on you was you was on stage and there was this really huge, tall guy there, and the crowd was like totally into everything y'all were doing, and I was just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably be Justin Time. You know, he's a great guy. Shout out to Justin Time, man. That's my brother, man. He's a really good guy. We met him last year. Yeah. And it was funny. I'll tell you a quick story of that. My friend Rich, he hit me up and he's like, we got this show we're getting ready to do. It's called the Redneck Rave, and we're taking artists. And he's like, we would love to get a submission from you to see if you want to get on the show. So I said, okay. So they had, I think he said 400 something artists in submissions.
Wow.
Yeah. And he had took my music and he said, he sent it to Justin and he was like, hey, I got an artist on here that I really think we should put on the show. He said, I'm not going to tell you who it is. He said, I want you to listen to the submissions and you tell me who you think it is. Yeah. And he said about, 2 days later, he said he gets a message from Justin. It's a text, and it says the list, and on the list it's Tyler Truth, and the name circled.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So ever since then, we went and rocked the show at Redneck Rave, and it was the first time I'd ever been in front of a crowd of thousands of people. I've never done that before, and so I told James before we got there, I said, this will be the deciding factor right here. If this is what I'm supposed to do. And so as I went up on stage and I seen that crowd, I didn't know. I'd never been nervous before, any shows. And I was just like, not after the first, I'll say after the first 10 shows, I was nervous. But after that, I was kind of, a little seasoned, I guess. Yeah. And so I was like, I never had a crowd this big. So if I get up here and I get nervous, this will let me know this ain't where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. And the moment I got on that stage and I seen that crowd, I was like, oh, yeah. Yep. This is where I'm supposed to be. I was not nervous. I was so amped up and excited. And we performed that Redneck Rave. And from what they tell me, they was like, I was the first artist that Justin's ever had come back and do an encore. Awesome. So, yeah, as soon as I got done, he was like, that song you just did, the first one, which was Hell Yeah, the one I played for you a little earlier. Yeah. He was like, run that back one more time. Sweet. So I ran it back, did it, and I get off stage. The end of the show comes up. Everybody else did their thing. He's like, where's Tyler Truth? He's still here. He's like, come back up here again. And he had me do 2 more songs. And that was just a night I'll never forget, man. My very first redneck rave, and so I love Justin to death, man. Ever since then, he's had me on all the raves. He brings me on all his shows. He actually just put us on. Jesse Howard is going on tour. It's the Bonfire Tour.
Sweet.
And I got to perform in front of Jesse, and I'm assuming he liked my stuff. He's always been a real kind guy, real great person. Shout out to Jesse Howard. So they asked me to come and do the not so much an opener, but I'll kind of open for him. We'll just be singing some songs around the campfire. So it's a huge honor to be with those guys. So those guys have been great to me. So.
Yeah, and Jesse Howard is phenomenal in his own.
Oh yeah,
dude. I mean, he's just like some of the songs that he's come up with, man. Has just been. I love it.
Oh, and he's got some new stuff, man. That I got to shout him out, man, because he's such a great guy. He's been we've been doing a lot of work with him to build up for this Bonfire Tour with him and Justin and my brother Rich Regal. Jesse's working on some new stuff, man, that they've been kind of displaying at some of these shows. I can't say too much about it, but he's got some stuff coming out that's going to blow some people away, man. He's got some phenomenal stuff coming out.
That's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I would be too, because, I mean, it just, the way, I don't guess Jesse doesn't really have a genre that he's in either.
Yeah, so I would say he's a mix between country and country rap, but it's weird because they got him in a country rap genre, but I've never heard him rap.
I've never heard him rap.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say he's country, but with some soul. I don't know what you would call it either.
I don't know. Maybe we need to come up with our own genre that says down home country or something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's more like it's not in the corporate hands; it's in the actual people's hands.
Yeah, it's underground and it's real.
Yeah,
it's real. Not to say that the mainstream stuff isn't real, but it's a different real. It's the I would say the struggle.
Yeah,
you can hear the struggle in Jesse's music. And that's what I like about it. I think that's what everybody likes about it. It's authentic. Is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, you could almost have like Struggle Jennings as a poster child for it, and
we're actually, it's funny, we're going to be opening up for him too in April, I believe.
Yeah,
April, in Pierre and out in Fort Wayne. Yeah, so that'll be my first Struggle show.
That's wild.
Yeah,
because I mean it's dude. I mean, how long you been doing this? Like 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years. And I've got to give a shout out to my brother Rich Regal, man, and Big James, my manager. They're the ones that put me in this position. I obviously work hard too, but I just work on the music.
Yeah.
But these guys they're hitting the ground running, man. And Rich has put me in some phenomenal spots as far as performance of some heavy hitters. We did Summer of Sins last year with DJ Highlight, which is Jelly Roll's best friend.
Yeah.
And DJ. And I mean, he had everybody there. Honest Dave, Yellow Wolf, Struggle Jennings, Doobie. I mean, it was just a plethora of phenomenal artists. And so being on that stage, just your second year into doing this, it was, and being able to hold my own, and people come up and say, "Man, you were one of my favorite acts of the night." I was like, it was an honor, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not really, it's not unheard of something like that happening, but it's rare.
Yeah.
And that is something you should be really, really proud of.
Yeah.
I'm proud for you.
Thank you.
Because, I mean, to be going out on tour, having all these people that you get to open up for and have fun with. And, dude, once you get over 500 people, that's a tour.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm proud of my team. It's like for me, I'm very, very loyal.
Yeah.
that's what makes our team so strong, is because we are all loyal to each other. And I believe strong that if we can't get together, and come on, be on the same page. If you don't mesh well with my team, I don't want you around.
Yeah.
It's like, this is something that we enjoy. We do this music because we enjoy it. I could be doing anything else, but this is what I love to do. So I never want this to feel like a job, even if it is a job.
Yeah.
And so having good people around you is what's most important. So I love my team, and I'm so proud of these guys and the work that they do. And
Oh yeah.
as we accomplish this together, I don't take the, I don't say this is all me. It's a family. It's a team thing.
Yeah, because that's something I tell a lot of artists, especially starting out artists and everything.
Yeah.
You got to have your team, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can only do so much. But if you got different people that can help you out with certain things and make that whole thing come together.
Oh yeah.
And one team.
Yeah.
One dream.
Yep.
Make it happen.
Yeah, and MJ, I gotta give her a shout out too. She's gonna be the newest team member. She might not know it yet. MJ, we're coming for you.
MJ is awesome. I've known her for, God, probably since I started the podcast, man. I mean, it's just, she has been really good at, well, you need to do, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's such a great soul, and
yeah,
you can. And I told her, I was like, I don't know you, but I feel like I know you. She seems like the kind of person that we would want on our team.
Yeah,
she just seems to have a really good heart and just a good, solid person.
Oh yeah,
and it speaks when she talks to you.
Oh yeah,
it shows.
Well, I mean, she's highly intelligent.
Oh yeah,
help you out with anything. But she's still that down-home girl, you know what I mean?
Yes.
She didn't forget where her roots lay,
Yeah, no, yeah.
and that's what I tell everybody, Don't forget where you came from.
No, not at all. You can't.
Because where you came from based you for what you are today.
Yep.
Then you throw in that creative side on all that, and you can put out some really good music.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've got, I loved Hell Yeah when you played it for me, because I was having trouble finding it. And then, dude, that other one, I wrote it down because I want everybody to listen to this too, besides Hell Yeah. I want them to hear swag in it.
Yeah.
Because that is a good party song. It's got depth, it's got reality to it, and it's just like, hell yeah, man,
Yeah. It's funny, that song, when I started doing the country, so that was on my second album. Mm-hmm. We did two, so I wrote 3 albums in 1 year.
Yeah.
And we recorded 2 and put them out in the first year, and then we recorded the second one and did the third year. But it was, second year. I had it backwards. We did 2 the first year, 1 the second year. But Swaggin', it was on the second album, and it was funny. I told James, I said, you know what? I said, now that I'm crossing over in the country and bringing all these different sounds, I said, I'm gonna write a song about bringing swag in the country. I was like, it's kind of a joke song, but that's that's where that came from.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah,
but people got to listen to it because it's funny as all get out how you've formulated this whole style of your music and got everything together, and it's just like, dude, it's solid.
Thank you.
I love it. And like I told you earlier, I'm actually going to put you on my playlist because I want to hear more.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever heard an artist and you're like, well, you remember the one hit wonder days?
Yeah.
The one hit, you didn't even listen to anything else, Yeah. And it's like, sometimes you'll run across an artist and you'll hear one song and you're just like, that curiosity will pique. What else has he got? What else is here? And I got a feeling probably by the time this weekend's over, I'll have probably listened to everything you put out. And I just think it's awesome how all that is. 'Cause, it goes back to me growing up, in the 70s and 80s, because my big thing back then was the B-side.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can put out that 45 and you can put, a really good song on the A side. I'm just curious. Let's flip that over and see what else is on there,
Exactly.
And the B-side was actually pretty dadgum good.
Yeah.
I'm telling my age big time.
Yeah. Hey, I had some cassettes too, man. I wore them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that though, because one of my main things, which has been probably the biggest part of the success that I've gained thus far from music, is that people say, like, man, your music is good. It's consistently good, but it's different.
Yeah.
Nothing sounds the same. And that was really important to me because I hear a lot of artists where they have one sound.
Yeah.
And that's what the industry tells them to do. You got to have this sound. This is your fan base. You grab this fan base, you build it up, and then you can kind of play around with other stuff. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I want people to put my album on and to be able to listen to it from start to finish, because they don't get bored with the same sound. Like,
yeah.
I can only listen to, for instance, like I love T-Pain,
Yeah.
and he's got the very specific sound,
Yeah.
It's that auto-tune party kind of dance vibe. But after I get about 6 songs in, I'm like, okay, I need to hear something else.
Yeah.
And that's when I got to put somebody else on. It's like, and I noticed that with a lot of artists, like when I would listen to them, I'm like, okay, after about 5 songs, I want to hear somebody else.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to take that and I'm going to maybe do 2 songs like this, then switch it up, do 1 song like this, then 3 songs like this, 1 song like this. But it keeps people locked in, because you give them a roller coaster ride of, okay, right now we started off partying, but now we're crying in a slow melodic vibe. But now we're doing some reggae, country vibe thing that I don't know what this is, but I like it. It's like, and then it just keeps flipping. You don't know what the next song is going to be. You can't predict.
Oh yeah,
and I like that.
Yeah, where's the love song here? Let me.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But that brings it. I'm going to say this, but I know I'm going to get hated for it because I've said it. AC/DC.
Yeah.
One of the biggest bands in the world. Love them to death. But there was one album they did, and I'm like, I just heard that song.
Yeah.
It was like, we're on the same beat. The guitar is almost the same. The leads are a little bit different, but what happened? And the only thing I can figure out is maybe they had a different producer for that album or something. I don't know. But that's where I really got tuned in to that. Where's the difference?
Yeah.
Give me something different. I've heard this song. I'm on their, 14, 15 song album. Don't tell me all these damn songs are sounding the same. I mean, there's something about the way that you're doing it that I really like, that because it gives you options.
Yeah. Variety. Yeah.
Variety, the whole 9 yards, because I may not want to listen to this particular song when I'm with this particular girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if it's a song that's going to, get her to move in and happy and enjoying her time with me, then yeah, we're going to play this song,
Yeah.
It's weird how women change our lives like that.
Oh yeah. And then too, like, I'm glad you say that, because like I also, when I do my albums, I kind of put them together where there's songs about and for different people in your life.
Right.
Like on my first album, I did a song, you do a song about a girlfriend, I did some songs about my kids, songs about friends, we had songs about veterans, my last album, I did a song about the the police department and, you know, the divide between police and the communities, like, and bridging that gap. It's like, I try to do songs that are different topics, not just typical emotion songs. You know?
Yeah.
And so, because it's easy to get trapped in that, because as people, we have so many different emotions. I mean, we could write a whole album about, you know,
Oh yeah.
you know, everyday life, you know, which kind of funny. No pun intended. That was the album of my first name of my first album was Everyday. Everyday Life. It's kind of funny, but you know, that's kind of what it was. It's like I wanted to do something to where everybody could listen. You know, there's songs about marriage, there's songs about death, there's songs about being sick, there's songs about, you know, everything. And because that's life, you know, that's what the world is, you know.
Yeah. But if you can create a song about it and it brings more of a commonality to the reality, to where you don't feel alone, you know, because to me, music all through my life has always been about bringing people together.
Yeah.
Saving someone's life, how it intimidates them or does something to them, you know. That's what I love about it, because I'm one of those weird guys. I think every song ever created needs to be heard.
Yeah.
Because you never know who it'll touch.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny. There's so many people in this world that there's at least 5,000 people that are going to like something that you do, even if it's the worst thing you've ever heard. There's at least 5,000 other people that are going to love that sound as well. I mean, I've heard people take random pots and pans and forks and stuff and just make sounds that just sounds, not even on beat, and they have a million fans. Yeah. You know, and I will listen to it, and I'm just like, what is this? You know?
Dude, I remember the first time I ever seen, and I know you've seen it. It's the guy with the drumsticks, and he's got 55-gallon drums.
Yeah.
And he's just beating on the drums.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, and then that viral video hit and all that other stuff of him doing that stuff, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
But he did what he wanted to do to create music and create sound.
Yep.
And you got to give it to him. Yeah. I mean, he's just badass at it.
Yeah.
I wonder how he'd be at a drum set, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's different. The sticks, you know, 'cause I played percussion in school. Mm-hmm. And so I was a snare drum, you know, and so playing that snare drum by itself is one thing, but then when you add the feet in and having to separate the feet from the hands, it's a whole nother ball game.
Oh, yeah. But I've actually watched that movie where they were doing the Drumline.
Oh yeah, great movie.
I was just like, I didn't realize what all these people actually went through to be on that drum line.
Yeah.
But then to see them in action.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be like, holy crap.
What's funny is that movie came out while I was on the drum line. and our teacher took us on a field trip to see the movie.
Wow.
And we were blown. After we seen that movie, we were like, okay, that's what we got to do.
Oh, yeah.
And we came back and we started learning the stick tricks and all that. And it was, man, that movie was a game changer for drum lines everywhere.
I was like blown away by it, man. I was just like, and where they were in the classroom where they attached, I guess, the computer to it. Yeah. And the guy was, the madder he got, the faster he got. And the teacher was like, holy crap. Yeah. How'd you come up with this, you know?
Yeah.
And it was awesome stuff, man. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Make a documentary.
Yeah. That's what I want to do. There's so many things I want to do. You know, once they let me in the door, they're gonna mess up and let me in one day. And once they do,
it's on.
Yeah, they're gonna let me in. I'm gonna kick the door in and come in. Either way, one way it's happening.
There you go. Well, I mean, you know, music videos, that's a big thing. And when we was talking earlier, I think I throwed a couple of ideas for music videos out there. You know, and it's just. It's amazing how a lot of people, the visual side of the audio music has actually came more around. in this generation, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're younger than me, but you still remember when you just kind of hung out with friends and jammed out to music, man.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And it's, I'll tell you this, which is really cool. So I was telling you earlier, we were trying to put a band together, and we were having the hardest time getting a band together.
Yeah.
And it was funny. We had a couple guys that we were like cycling through multiple people over and over again, couldn't keep a solid foundation. And we were going on to months and months and months of practicing, and we couldn't get songs down, because we couldn't keep the same people, And so my dad invited me out to do a show in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
I go out and I'm opening up for another band that he's got playing. And at this time, I didn't have a band. It's just me. I was doing track shows.
Right.
And so I go there and I track 2 of my songs. And I do a song called Everything, which is on my first album. And as I'm singing, towards the end of the song, this band's there. Never met these guys in my life. They never heard my music first time.
Yeah.
I'm singing my song, and by the end of the song, I started hearing piano lines that I never noticed in the song before.
Yeah.
So I look over, and this band is playing my song.
Wow.
Yeah. Perfectly, flawlessly, adding in things that sound better than the original song. So I was like, this is blowing my mind. I'm like, we've been working with bands for months, and we couldn't get 2 songs down. They learned my whole song in 2 minutes. I'm like, this is crazy.
While you're doing it.
Yeah. And so we get done. I get done with the show. They perform. They get done. So I'm like, I got to go meet these guys and just say hi, tell them how great they are. So as I'm walking up, they're like, dude. They're like, you are amazing. I was like, no, you're amazing. And so they're like, we love to play with you. And so the band's called the Tim Gant Band. Mm-hmm. And, people can look them up on YouTube. They got a few videos. They don't have much content out. They're an older band. And so that's one of the things I'm trying to help them with now is getting more content out.
Right.
But they've got a couple videos on YouTube. You can check them out. But they are now my official band that I travel with. And it's crazy because the piano player is the piano player for the Whispers.
Sweet.
Yeah. And these guys are all top-notch musicians, man. We've done 3 shows with them total so far, and every time we blew the roof off the place.
Well, see, it's amazing to me that, one, they learned your song while you were doing it.
Yeah.
But that kind of attached with them.
Yeah.
Your whole thing that you're creating and everything, and they wanted to be a part of it, Yeah. That's a big thing, dude.
Oh yeah. And it was humbling for me because they are such amazing musicians.
Yeah.
I was blown away by the way they flawlessly played these songs. It was like I was at an Earth, Wind and Fire concert. And it was cool because when they said they wanted to play with me, I was so nervous because, even after seeing what they did for those 2 minutes, it was just like a quick, they played it.
Yeah.
So we had that band for months, like I said, and we couldn't get 4 songs down before. And so when they came on, they were just like, yeah, I gave them some dates that I wanted them to come play. We had a couple of the Taste of Lafayette that we did, and then some other stuff, a 4th of July event.
Yeah.
And so they were like, okay, send us the songs you want and we'll get together. So I send them the songs and I don't hear from them forever. So I'm just like,
are they there?
Yeah. I'm like, are we still doing this thing? And so I reached out to them, closer to the event. And I was like, yeah, are you guys still done it? Like, yeah. They were like, well, we're going to, start putting some stuff together here in the next week or so. So I'm just like, oh, okay, kind of nervous, So then it gets down to the week of the event, and they, still haven't said anything to me. So I reached out again, like, hey, the show's this weekend. Are we going to get together and rehearse? They're like, oh yeah, we're going to get together probably Thursday. So I'm like,
wow.
So I'm like, okay,
yeah.
So Thursday, the show's Saturday. Thursday comes around. They got a studio session booked for practice. We go out. I drive down to Chicago. We get in the studio, and they're just like, so what do you want us to do? They were like, nobody's practiced together.
Wow.
They hadn't practiced together. They listened to the songs individually, but nobody's, really practice anything. So they're just like, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to go all the way country? And I was like, no. I was like, I don't want you to play this country.
Yeah.
I was like, I like the fact that you guys are a funk jazz band.
Yeah.
And I want to bring that element to the country. So we're playing country music, but I want you to jazz it up. I want you to funk it up, heavy bass, drums.
Yeah.
Do that. They were like, okay. So we push play, on the first track. They listen to it for a few seconds. The next thing I know, they're playing these songs like they've been playing them for 25 years.
Wow. Man.
Me and my manager just looking at each other, smiling. I was like, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
We had one practice, then went and did the show Saturday and blew the roof off that place, man. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's what's crazy about a lot of the session players here in Nashville.
Yeah.
You walk in, you never met them before, you never done music with them before.
Yeah.
You walk in, and the next thing you know, they're playing your freaking song.
Yeah. Crazy.
And the only thing you got to do is do vocals.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I call it the wow moment.
Yeah. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's crazy as all get out, dude. I mean,
yeah.
Talent has no bounds, man. I mean,
yeah,
these guys are just phenomenal.
Oh yeah, yeah. And now I've got an acoustic band now called Ginger Wit. So it's crazy because like I've had more success finding bands that are already bands.
Yeah,
that just enjoy my music and want to play with me. And so Ginger Wit is a saxophonist, a guitarist, and a singer that also plays piano occasionally.
Right.
But they do a phenomenal job. So they're going to be doing all my acoustic stuff for like smaller bars and stuff.
Right.
So I'm excited to start working with them as well. So
well, I mean, just an idea. Have you thought about doing an acoustic EP or something?
Yeah, so that's something we're working on with Ginger Wit. So they've got all the music now and they're putting it together, and we're going to start hitting the studio, doing some sessions and stuff. So
that'll be awesome.
Yeah, we've got some stuff in the works. So we're excited, man.
So you sound like me because my mind, I have a hard time cutting it off.
Yeah.
And it's just like constantly all kinds of stuff coming up, and I just want to do this, and well, maybe we'll try this, and maybe we'll do this, and it's amazing how that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Man.
Yeah, and it's the one thing that's wild is we got all this going on. Career's finally, taking off. I go on tour this year, and I was telling James I was a little nervous because my tour starts the same month around the same time that my baby's due. I've got a baby on the way.
Oh man.
So I was like, I might have to miss some dates, guys, but
yeah,
I'll be back after.
At least let me go shake hands with the little one,
Yeah, I haven't missed an appointment yet. Being a father is my number one. It's my number one pleasure in life. It's like, so I don't miss appointments. I don't miss games. Stuff like that. Like, so I was like, I'm going to be there no matter what.
And it's important.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't actually take into account just being there for something that most people would think is small.
Yeah.
Is huge to that kid.
To a child, yeah. It's because to them that's what people don't get. It's like in high school, junior high, you feel like your friends and stuff that's going on at that moment is the end of the world for you if something goes wrong. You don't comprehend that later on in life, half these people you'll never see again. In that moment, it feels like it's everything.
Yeah.
So when you're not there for your child through these times, it's devastating for them.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. And so that's why I said my family comes first before everything. I don't care who likes it or doesn't like it. I'm not going to not show up for my kids for anything.
Yeah.
So I'll pass up a huge opportunity to be there for my kids. At the end of the day, opportunities will come and go. My kids won't. This will be my last time seeing them. You never know what happens in life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have them be upset with me and something happened, and this is my last chance to be there for my kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, I think more people need to do that.
Yeah.
Because I got I talk about them all the time, but they're two of the most solid people that I've ever had in my life. And I've got two best friends that I've had since first grade.
Yeah.
And anytime I'll call, I'll go see them, I go hang out. One of them actually had one of my shirts on, and I didn't even know he was getting the shirt. He had the shirt, and like, dude, I'd have gave you the damn shirt. And he's like, bah, you know. And I'm like, okay, cool, you know. And it was just, it's amazing where if you just have the friends and the things that support you and give you that drive, you know. And I was a single dad.
Yeah.
You know, I got custody of my kids when they were young, you know.
Yeah.
And I tried to be there for them, tried to do everything I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, but no matter what you do, they're going to hate on you anyway.
That's the truth. You know, dad's one thing I will say about dads, even, you know, good dads, bad dads. Either way, you know, we don't get that appreciation until we're gone.
Yeah.
You know, your kids love you and they appreciate you, but they don't really understand what are you sacrificing until you're gone and you're not there to sacrifice anymore.
Yeah.
You know? I think that's when it really hits for kids. And they're just like, man, I miss my dad. I can't call and get that advice anymore. I can't, you know, get that wisdom, you know.
Yeah, that's because that is the one thing that sets with me a lot is I just wished I had one more time that I could actually just sit down or get on the phone with my dad.
Yeah.
Because he passed away like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And I missed the hell out of him.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, we got somber real quick, didn't we? It's crazy how it all goes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But as you know, like I said, they're my life, man. My family's my world, and the one reason why I know I'll do well once I cross that border into success with this music thing is because I can't be bought. I don't do it for the money.
Yeah.
I've been poor. I've been successful. You know, I went from being, you know, dirt poor, living in apartments where I couldn't afford a $400 rent to, you know, making $500,000 a year, you know, with my business. It's like, so I know both sides.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can persuade me with because I know how to successfully live poor and successfully live financially well off.
And it's the bad part because there's a lot of people, now being mean when I say this, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to live poor.
Yeah, yeah. It's because as soon as when people are poor, as soon as they get money, they want to do all the things that they weren't able to do.
Yeah.
And that's why they stay poor. Mm-hmm. And I don't buy stuff and things, you know.
Yeah.
I buy time and memories and experience. Whenever we get money, I might say, okay, look, we're going to put this much of this money away, and then we're going to go to a small vacation so we can create some memories with the kids, you know.
Yeah.
And then that's what we do. And those memories last forever. That pair of Jordans that you just bought is going to last probably 4 or 5 school days.
Yeah.
Before your kid comes home with dirt all on it. And so you just spent $200 on a pair of shoes that, you know, won't last a week.
Oh, yeah.
You know, instead of just, you know, I get my kids name brand stuff because it matters to them.
Yeah.
But I get it off the clearance rack.
Oh, hell
That
yeah.
Nike sign is shaped the same way no matter what the price was. You know?
You know, honestly, you can go out and buy name brand stuff all you want to.
Yeah.
But remember, at that name brand store, there's a clearance section. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everybody's got the red dot section or the clearance section I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you're gonna go to school looking nice, but I'm not spending $2,000 on a T-shirt. It's not gonna happen.
Oh God.
I'll wait till that T-shirt gets to the Goodwill. I'll go get it, wash it up for you. Nobody's gonna know where it came from, but you. They're just gonna see that shirt and say, "Man,
Yeah,
that's a nice shirt." You know, just don't tell them where it came from. You know, that's how we did it growing up. We lived in the thrift shop with my mom. She took us all the time, and it humbled me, man. It's like I don't take shame in it. I love going to the thrift shop. I went the other day and picked out some shirts to put my logo on, because I buy shirts and then I put my Tyler Truth logo on stuff, and and I went out and did a show in a thrift shop crew neck. And I had so many people stop me like, where can I get one of those shirts? Is it on your website? And I was like, this is special made. I got one of a kind, thrift shop only.
Yeah. He spent $500 on that T-shirt.
Yeah, and it was crazy how many people loved the shirt that much. And I'm like, I got this for $5 at thrift shop. And
well, I mean, you got a cool ass logo, dude.
Thank you.
I mean, so far, everything that I've seen that you have been doing, you've been knocking it out of the park.
Thank you.
And James helping you out. I mean, he's doing a good job too. And
I couldn't do it without James. James, my brother, man.
I can't wait to see how far you actually go, dude. I'm just like, I'm gonna keep you under close watch.
Thank you. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah, you got to come back.
We'll definitely be back. So
it'll be do what? No. See, that's the one of a kind.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, those are the ones that sell the most, like the pennies when you get flaws.
I love it. Tyler, tell everybody where they can find you, buddy.
You can find me everywhere. You go to Google, put in Tyler Truth, all my socials pop up. My website, tylertruth.com, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes. Just go to Google, put in Tyler Truth, and that's the best way to find me.
It all pop up.
All of it.
You got merch too? Or
yeah.
just the Goodwill stuff?
The Goodwill stuff, that's my my personal stuff.
All right, gotcha.
That stuff sells for high dollar. But no, yeah, you go to the website and go to our merch section, and you can buy the merch right there on the website. So tylertruth.com.
Awesome. I love it. Brother, we're going to keep an eye on you, man. And you're going on my playlist because you got some hellacious music, dude.
Thank you.
I love every bit of it. And just the way that you reach out through it and everything else is it's really, really good.
Well, thank you so much.
I can't say it's a genre, but there's a genre there somewhere. I don't know. Brother, it's been a pleasure having you on, man.
Same. Thank you for having me. Appreciate
Not a problem, man. I mean, I like good, talented people, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. We're going to get out of here. Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Just like I said earlier, whether it's my website or my stuff or Tyler's website and his stuff, we all appreciate everybody that hits the subscribe button, hits the follow button. We love it. And it helps us out so much because, like Tyler, if you want to get Tyler in your town, the people that do the bookings, they're looking to see how many subscribers, how many followers, all this other stuff. YouTube, they're looking at the views that he's getting and everything else. If you want Tyler in your town, help them people book him in that town because it all helps out so freaking much. All right, we're getting out of here. Thank you for watching. Love you. Mean it. Bye.